and welcome to the third of our series of videos that explore the features and functions of the Map Rain application. So again, we've just logged into the dashboard. I'm going to go and look at, in this demonstration area, an area around Derby where we have actually set up some default polygons that we're going to view. So when we load in, we're going to the normal view is actually the whole grid. Normally it defaults to the whole grid when you log in. So, but now we're going to choose multiple regions. So we can hide that gridded view, and we're just going to draw a selector around Derby, and we're going to get the regions inside this polygon. So these are polygons that we've already defined. They don't actually refer to anything particular. They're just example ones. So the colors don't mean anything. They're just used for separating out the individual polygons. So this is down here. We can see the name of the individual polygon. If you want to go to one of them, you just click it, and the map will center on the one which you've selected. So you can easily move around and view the different and access the different polygons. And this is much more of interest when you've got polygons over a larger area, or you're interested in one particular polygon. So as I say, the colours don't mean anything, but what we can do now is to say, right, I'm going to look at the rainfall data for a period of time. So now we're going to set an end date, and we're going to look for the whole of June, and we're just going to select one of these catchments, and we're going to look at the rainfall intensity. So in the what to see, these are now the options you've got available under a polygon. So you've got rainfall, the actual rainfall in millimeters, rainfall intensity, which is the default, the return period, which is calculated using a Bingham methodology. We can calculate the FEH method return period under a separate call, or we can look at the API, which is the antecedent precipitation index 30-day values. So at the moment we're just going to look at the rainfall intensity, and what we have here is a view of the rainfall data in June 2016, and so you can see here the rainfall intensity at 5-minute periods in that data. And if you want to, by clicking on the mouse and dragging across, we can drill down into that underlying data. So we can see here that on the 23rd of June we had a peak of 48 millimeters on the 14th of June 2016. So this is a very good way of getting a very quick overview of the intensity, or the intensity of a particular rain event over a particular time range. There are a whole range of data aggregation functions available. So if I want to use this to aggregate the data, I can aggregate it into hourly values, and because I'm using an intensity which is millimeters per hour, I'd have to use an average to aggregate that data. So what I'm now going to do is this will get me the aggregated average rainfall intensity over that particular time range. That's over June 2016. So let me just take these. I'm going to take these averages off and exclude those. We don't want those. So that's the aggregation functionality. And if we want to look at rainfall, we can again get that rainfall data at the 5-minute intervals. So this will again get me that rainfall data in millimeters of rain. And if I want to aggregate it, just choose the aggregation option, aggregate it into, let's say, hourly intervals, and now it's in millimeters. We can sum that data, which would be the correct aggregation methodology, and here we have the aggregated rainfall data for that particular polygon catchment over that date range. So let me again just clear these options down, put them back to none. So that gives us an overview of these effectively are saved polygons. So where customers have sent us a polygon and it's loaded into map, and they are able to be downloaded. So let me just clear this display for a moment. Put that back, we don't need that. What we can also do, we can create polygons. So if I wanted to create a particular polygon, let's for argument's sake around Kingsway Hospital, we can draw an area. We'll now select single polygon. We'll create that polygon. Now map has already created that polygon, and map is now aggregating all of the rainfall data for the 5-minute rainfall data for any cell which this polygon touches on. aggregates all that into one, and it's doing it over the last 3 years data. So we can now say, right, what is the intensity, rainfall intensity, for this particular cell that we've just created. So that's now giving us this, it's classified as a random polygon, so there's one that we've created. This will be a temporary polygon, and it will only be available for about 15 minutes. So using this function, you can create a polygon anywhere you want and get aggregated rainfall for that particular polygon. So that's the end of this particular video. Thank you for watching.